Hi guys, and welcome back to Cafe Rouge. I'm kind of just... I keep playing it. I can't stop. I'm home. Mom and Dad sat on the couch, playing chess on their digital tablets. Did they hear me? Ah, you're home, MeliZ. I couldn't tell them about what happened. What's for dinner? We already ate, but there's microwavable mac and cheese in the fridge. Oh. Okay. Mom and Dad were always like this. They seemed to not care about anything that I did. I wish they were less cold and distant. So guess what? I got my report card back today. It's all A's. MeliZ, please just go to your room and go to bed. Your father and I are tired from a day of work. Yes, your mother and I need to own our own time to ourselves. It's not healthy for us to always focus on you. We're already in debt as it is from the time you were stuck in the hospital for 3 months. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Mom, Dad. I'll stop bothering you two and go to sleep. They didn't say anything back. I was hoping they would at least tell me good job for my good report card grades. I know they love me, but I just wish they showed me more affection. Dumping my bag on my desk, I walked over and plopped myself on the bed. My hands were shaking and chills traveled up my spine. My phone? Scrambling over to my bag, I pulled out my phone. It's a text from Fallon. Yeah, text him back. What's up? Nothing. Well, what you doing? Happy face. Not much, just finishing homework. Alright, little Miss Valedictorian is finishing her homework that's due 2 days from now, lol. How are you so smart, MeliZ? I just don't get it. Lamal. I don't know. I just study, that's all. A minute passed and Fallon still didn't text back. Well? I waited. I answered Fallon's phone call. Hello? Fallon? Why are you calling me? Nothing. I just wanted to hear the sound of your voice. I can do that. Can I? Oh, alright. I could feel my cheeks heat up. But you don't sound like yourself today, MeliZ. You're usually more talkative and sarcastic. Where did your sarcasm go? Did something happen today? Did you get bullied at school by those girls? Tell me who they are. I'll give them a piece of my mind. No one should tease you that way, except for me. I'm the only one allowed to do that to you. Val, it's fine. I'm really okay. God, I love Val. Are you sure? You don't sound okay. You sound like you're really shaken up. I'm fine. I couldn't tell Fallon about what happened today. They would hurt him. Though, why did Fallon have Cafe Rouge in his internet browser history? If I asked him about it, then he'd know. I was snooping on his computer. I definitely couldn't tell him. Okay. Well, anyway, want to hang out tomorrow at your place and watch a movie? Did he say tomorrow? We have work. Tomorrow, I had to go to the cafe. I didn't want to go, but I was too scared of the consequences if I didn't go. Sorry, I have a dentist appointment tomorrow. There was a pause. He probably could tell I was lying. Oh, okay. I'll see you tomorrow then? Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Well, we have work. I don't know. Saying our goodbye, we ended the call. Dressing into my pajamas, I climb into bed and fall asleep quickly. The sun greeted my eyes. Another day of school. I sat in my usual seat. People came in one by one. Mr. Davidson was at the podium, trying to be Mr. Perfect Teacher. He even had a school teacher's apple. Oh, what a corny guy. Okay, everyone, get to your seats.
Mr. Davidson, can we call you Ron? Do you have a girlfriend? Are you single?
Please, everybody, get to your seats. We have a lot to cover today on the Civil War.
We should call him Ronnie instead.
Please, call me Mr. Davidson. Ronnie, do you have a girlfriend? How old are you? The poor guy. When everyone finally settled down, we had only 30 minutes of class time left. Holy shit, class is usually an hour. Okay, time to head to my first day of work. To meet my doom with the vampires, that is. God, no, I'm so glad there's no maze. I'm still... Opening the door, I was greeted by a loud screaming. Ah! I can't scream. That sounds about right. Out of the kitchen ran a man with his hair on fire. Someone crashed into me, tripping me along with him. Water spilled all over us. What the... Sorry. Scrambled up quickly, the waiter passed over me and went back inside the kitchen. I was so confused. What was happening? Don't just run around, you stupid baboon! Get on the ground! Roll! Someone tapped my shoulder. It was another waiter. Hi, sorry about this. You're the new girl, right? I wasn't sure how to respond. If I was right, he was a vampire too. Yeah. Why don't you head inside the kitchen and we'll take care of the rest? Hesitating, I stepped away from him and made my way to the kitchen. Ooh. Here, someone take this bucket of water and help Aldo. The fire extinguisher's broken again. As I walked in, the blonde girl caught my eye. There was an awkward silence. Cadence, dear, let's hurry now. Aldo might catch the whole place on fire. Take the bucket. Straying over to the two waitresses, I look over at Cadence and held out my hand. Just give it to me. I'll do it. She blinked. Narrowing her eyes, she shoved the bucket of water into my hands. Don't come back here looking for another bucket. Ignoring her, I burst out of the kitchen door. Make it stop, make it stop. Tossing the bucket of water poured down, drowning the fire. Everybody in the room stopped, their panic settling down. Panting, I set the bucket down and took a breather. Hello? Silence filled the room. Everybody turned to stare my way. I can't believe Aldo looks this good. I'm sorry, but Aldo before? Woo! Now? Damn. The same waiter from earlier broke the silence. Hello, new girl. Another silence pause. It was getting too awkward. I thought vampires didn't come out during the day. Everyone burst into laughter. Did I break the ice? Just because we aren't normal like you doesn't mean we're bloodthirsty monsters. He walked over to me and raised his hand for a handshake. My name's Christopher, but call me Chris. MeliZ, right? I nod. Welcome to Cafe Rouge. I'm the bartender and I'll be giving you an employee training today. Employee training? Yeah, you didn't think we let a first-timer like you go off and do whatever you want, right? We have a lot to teach you. Isn't that right, everyone? Everyone nodded their heads. Oh, they did a little curtsy. Alright, then chop chop, everyone. Get back to work. With a clap of his hands, everyone dispersed. Well, I mean, they disappeared too, so, you know. Now, MeliZ, before we start, do you have any more questions? Just vampire questions. Do you sleep in coffins? Chris paused. I could tell he was holding in his laughter. No. Are you afraid of the cross? No. Is it true that you can't see yourselves in the mirror? I never heard of that one. But that would sure be inconvenient, considering I have to put my hair gel on every morning. A vampire putting on hair gel? That's a first. Then, do you drink blood? Laying out a quiet chuckle, Chris ruffled my hair. Let me just tell you the basic logistics of us vampires so you won't freak out. We're not monsters or zombies or another species even. We're humans just like you. We eat, sleep, and function just like normal human beings. Except for the fact we can only function with food, water, and blood. Our 3 basic food groups for our race. So no, we're not immortal. We do live 1,000 years compared to the 100-year lifespan of a human being. And no, we will not be killing you and sucking your blood. So does that answer all your questions, kiddo? It took me a while to absorb all that. Actually, I still didn't catch everything he said. And then there was one important question he missed. But as long as nobody's gonna bite me, I think I'm all set. Yeah. Alright then, on to the tour. This is the bar. Well, my bar. We only open this room during Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and weekends. Here's the dining hall, the main gallery, if you may say so. Oh, there's Errol. As we walked over, the waiter tossed over the tablecloth, almost hitting us. Oops, sorry there. MeliZ, Errol, MeliZ. Pleasure to meet you. Hello. Errol bowed his head and went back to work. Errol, he doesn't talk much, but he's a really nice once you get to know him. Now, on to the next area. This is the grand performance stage. We have a variety of performances every night. We ask local musicians to come perform at our restaurants every evening. There are times when it's classical music, sometimes opera, but most of the time it's good old jazz. Hell yeah, man. Chris jumped up to the podium, gestured towards the curtains. Price fabric all the way from the east. Very expensive, so don't ever rip this. I gave a stern nod. As Chris jumped off the race stage, I couldn't help but notice a glimmer of gold in the shadows. However, it was far too concealed for me to make out what shape it was. We made our way back to the front lobby area. I think you already know what this is. We only open this area during the day. Aldo makes the best pastries around. Used to be world-class pastry chef too. Aldo? The guy with his hair on fire earlier. Oh. And here's the kitchen. You were here last night, so I guess there's nothing more to say. Blonde bitch was still here from earlier, along with some strangers. So MeliZ. This is Cadence. Cadence. Well, I said Cadence. The ginger over there is Adeline. Diane isn't here right now, but she was here earlier. How do you do? Hello? And over there is, in the back, is Aldo. The chef waved his hands eagerly. Buongiorno and welcome to my kitchen. I don't know how to do his accent. Aldo, I'm not finished with the Christopher. My name is not Aldo. It is Aldo Barino Abandonat. Abandonment? Okay. What? Chris bent down to whisper. Just call him Aldo, he'll get used to it. Now, let's not keep the lady waiting. I would teach her the best of the best Black Forest cake. Are we making it? Fuck yeah, I hope we do. Maybe another time, Aldo. We're not done with the employee training yet. Chris walked over to the other side of the kitchen, and I gladly followed. The chef was pretty weird, but he seemed very friendly. So now that that's done, let's start with the actual training session. Training? I gulped. Chris, I have to tell you something. What? I don't think I can do waiting. Why not? Don't worry. Nobody will know you're human once you have red contacts and lenses. No, it's not that. You see, I have this medical condition thingy where I can't be around blood. Otherwise, I faint and black out, and I just can't stand blood, okay? I looked away, avoiding his glance. This really is the worst possible job that I could ever get. How the heck am I supposed to work here as a bloody vampire cafe? At a bloody vampire cafe. Is that so? His tone struck me off. Weird, I was expecting him to be outraged. Well then, you can always work in the kitchen. I'm sure Aldo would love an assistant chef or a pantry chef. Yeah, I'm a pretty good cook. Chris patted my head. Don't worry, kiddo. You'll fit in just fine. A grin crossed his cheeks, and I couldn't help but smile back. Chris? I wanted to ask you all day, but where's Antoine? Isn't he like the owner and manager here? Chris looked away, disgruntled. Honestly, I don't know what he does. The majority of the time, he's always in his office. For the owner of a prosperous cafe, he sure doesn't do much work around here. And actually, I'm substituting supervision for Damien. Damien? He's away right now on a business trip. He's Antoine's substitute, who I'm substituting right now. He let out a frustrated sigh. Anyway, you'll meet him soon. Why don't you go over to Aldo and he'll teach you the knickknacks of the kitchen. My portion of the employee training is over. Chris waved goodbye and made his way over to the kitchen. I hope we make the cake.
Aldo?
Yes, Fallon?
It looks like I'm your assistant.
Perfecto, perfecto. Let me teach you Black Forests. We run low on cakes, easy? He gestured to the ingredients and tools on the counter. Let the cooking begin. I swear to God, we skipped the cooking section, didn't we? Aw, okay, that's fine. Ow. The stench of salty rust reached my nostrils. During took down, I spotted a deep cut in my finger. The bright red liquid oozed from my skin, dripping onto the counter. Oh, crud. By then, everyone left the kitchen. Alone, I looked around for a napkin, or something to wipe the blood off. I should probably clean up the counter while I'm at it, but everyone was in the lobby. What was going on out there? Clean up the mess before you head out to the lobby.
Looking around, there was a couple of paper towels on the upper shelf.
My arm reached up. Oh, it was too high for me. There must be something to stand on. Positioning my knees on the counter, I reached again. My fingers were only a few inches away. Without warning, my knee slipped. Whoa there! From behind, long arms caught me. Yes! Yes! Sorry, no. I'm gonna stay right here. Yes. Yes. Antoine gently set me down on the counter, and without a second thought, he took my bleeding hand. What's this? Cut yourself? Sorry, I wasn't careful. Grabbing the paper towel, he gently wiped off the excess red. For a long moment, he stared into my cut. What was he doing? Unexpectedly, he leaned down and pressed his lips to my bleeding finger. Hell yeah, Antoine Rout! We're doing his! What are you? Hold still. From his pockets, he pulled out some sanitizer and band-aids. Carefully, he began applying the hand sanitizer and cleaned the wound. I could only look away, trying not to faint from the putrid smell of blood. Let me guess. Can't stand blood? I gave a nod. He gave out a sigh. I had a hunch. You're not gonna ask if I dripped any blood on the food? Why in the world would I care for some blood dripped on our food? This is a vampire cafe, and most importantly, my employees' health and safety comes first. Gently, he finished wrapping my finger with a bandage and touched it lightly. Better now? He smiled, but I couldn't respond. The red flooded into my face as I looked up to examine my finger. The stench was finally gone at last. I don't understand. Why did you hire me? If you wanted to keep your secret about your restaurant, you should have never hired me in the first place. I'm not good at any of this. I'm just some human who's causing trouble for you vampires. Is there a reason why you hired me, even though I'm a human? Antoine grew quiet. A sad smile crossed his face, touching his eyes. All of a sudden, a loud commotion sounded outside the kitchen door. I headed out of the kitchen into the lobby. Everybody was gathered around a person concealed from my view. Did you bring any gifts? Tell us absolutely everything. Including the hot ladies. Aldo! But first, Antoine hired a new girl. Not just new, human too. Oh? And who would that be? As everyone moved away, a young man with long hair like Antoine stepped through. I can't believe Antoine actually hired a human. I'd love to meet... He stopped in his tracks the moment he saw me. As our eyes met, shock overtook him as he took a step back. Damien? Is everything alright? Fear was clear in his eyes as he examined my face. Is this deja vu? Lizzie? Damien? Out from the kitchen, Antoine stepped out. He patted my shoulder as he gave Damien a stern look. This is the new girl, MeliZ Black. Damien stared. For a long time, that's all he did. At last, he broke into a stride and walked up to me. Damien Azarov, pleasure. His cold tone alarmed me. Keeping my mouth shut, nobody spoke. Come on, everybody. Let's not dilly-dally. Back to work. Damien narrowed his eyes. He finally turned and began walking the other way. Everyone else followed. Damien, now tell us everything.
Give us the gifts. Let's see now.
What a prick. Don't mind him. He's usually not that bad. Antoine squeezed my shoulder. Letting go, he exited through the kitchen door. As I stood there in the pasticceria corner, I can't pronounce that, I couldn't help but suspect there were far more secrets hidden beneath. Was there something nobody dared telling me? I really didn't know. No, go back! That was a question I asked myself repeatedly. No, save right there. I was too nauseous to open up my eyes or my mouth. Okay. Oh God, no! Anyways, guys, I'm gonna have to figure this out. Until next time, bye, Johnny.
Yeah, MeliZ, hold up, Meli, you so fly and looking flawless. No, I don't wanna wait, yeah, I just wanna get it started. You do voiceovers and gaming, and you stream.